This problem, I am given a point on the unit circle. So it is on the unit circle. On unit circle with those coordinates. And I have to find the exact value of the 6 trig functions of the angle in standard position with a terminal side that includes the point. So just remember here, let's draw a little unit circle here. It told me that it's a unit circle. Here's my xy axis, my yx axis. And the point is 2 radical 2 over 3 negative 1/3. I don't know exactly where this is going to land, but I do know all students take calculus. And in this case here, my cosine is positive, but my sine is negative. So I know that it's going to be somewhere in quadrant 4 right here. My cosine is positive, my sine is negative. So I'm just going to put a point here at random. It might not be the exact point that it is, but it gives me something to work with. And so I'm also know then, if my cosine in the unit, I'm going to make my triangle, I drop my perpendicular. Here is my angle. So I know that my sine, which is my y value here, is going to be negative 1/3. And I know that my cosine, which is my x value, is going to be 2 radical 2 over 3. And because it told me it's a unit circle, I know that my hypotenuse is 1. So since it is a unit circle, I need to find sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent. I already know that it's in the 4th quadrant, so then I know that cosine is going to be positive, but sine is going to be negative, as is cosecant, and tangent is going to be negative, as is cotangent. So I'm kind of filling in my pieces here a little bit. And I'm going to start with sine. Well, sine is going to be negative 1/3. That is my sine value. That is my sine is my y value. Cosine is my x value. So sine is negative 1/3. And cosine is 2 radical 2 over 3. Tangent is going to be sine over cosine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little calculation workspace underneath where my answer is going to be. So tangent is equal to sine over cosine, which is negative 1/3 divided by radical 2 radical 2 over 3. And since they have the same denominators here, the top and the bottom, I know that this is equal to, I'll just work it out here. I can multiply this by 3 over 2 radical 2, and my numerator by 2 radical 2. So I'm multiplying it by 1. My denominators cancels out, becomes 0. And my tangent is now equal to negative 3 over 3 times 2 radical 2. I need to rationalize my denominator. I can't leave the radical sign in my denominator, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by radical 2 over radical 2, and I get negative 3 radical 2 over 3 times 2 times 2. Well, I can see that my 3's are going to cancel out, so my tangent is equal to negative radical 2 over 4. Tangent, negative radical 2 over 4. Since I had this right here, which is the same as, my 3's would cancel out. So that would be negative 1 over 2 radical 2. It's going to be easy to find my cotangent because my cotangent is just the reciprocal of this number here. And I don't need to do the rationalizing the denominator because if it's the reciprocal, my cotangent then is negative 2 radical 2, which would be over 1, but it's not. It's just negative 2 radical 2. My cosecant is the reciprocal of my sine, so my cosecant is negative 3. And my secant is the reciprocal of my cosine, so it's the reciprocal of my cosine. So my cosine is 2 radical 2 over 3, but the reciprocal is 3 over 2 radical 2. I'll multiply my denominator and my numerator by radical 2 to rationalize my fraction here. And I get 3 radical 2 over 2 times 2. So 3 radical 2 over 4. That is my secant. 3 radical 2 over 4.